no one. No one. Not even fire. I think 2 years of rugby started. Everybody in the rugby started. They just want to have something to do. In here, he was. Never been pretty up with oh, boyfriend. I thought his sister. And also, I don't know what. Who turns up? Yeah, mentally. I think he's got
no way. There's literally nobody in the room.
Everything he got a yellow. I was like, no, what? And you didn't know. Yeah, I mean, you don't watch about rugby. That's like 3 or 4 years ago. You didn't watch about rugby. And then all the fans say, and my wife and I are like,
sure.
Ooh, you don't know.
I'll give you some money to tip on.
And later, my son came to me, was like, it's rugby. It's just, why you beat it? Like, why happy? You know, I'm just myself.
Okay, special assignment. I'm going to go get us some Toreros. I think they're free. Tip them. We probably need 5. Thanks. I like this kid already. In the truck behind you.
I miss you! I haven't seen you in so long. Yeah. Hi, nice to meet you. Yes. How are you? Good. Yeah, I went to
Jelly!
I wish.
Jelly! Midfield, 45.
I know. He drove me back. What? Yeah. I was like, wait, I'm like going back with you. She's like, okay. She's like, all right, sure. Love you.
Just come out and not what you.
Thank you. Hot too.
Oh, she's coming. Like, that's the best. The tasting. Start tasting. Yeah, is it good? We got time to go, Scott. I don't want to, I'm too excited to eat. That's all.
to land. And I started playing basketball. And I'm like, man, I missed that goal. It's amazing. I didn't run. I just stayed in the goal for one little bit. Basic basketball, like first 5 minutes, I'm like, man. Yeah, follow me all of it to college basketball. And they never made it great basketball.
She's putting her jacket on.
It's funny because I was from Houston getting ready to come back to San Diego, and it's all the Spanish coming to the airplane. Roll tide, roll. Everybody was spraying that. And I was like, I know why the guy was saying you're gonna get sick of it. No.
Bring it! Bring it!
Good afternoon and welcome to beautiful Manchester Field here in the University of San Diego's campus in Linda Vista, San Diego, California. Just minutes away from kickoff here. We have the Toreros taking on the Claremont Colleges, a consortium of 5 undergraduate schools, Claremont McKenna, Harvey Mudd, Pitzer College, one other one, and also Pitzer, I might have already said that, and Scripps College. On the line today for the Toreros is the league championship, the ability, the opportunity to repeat league championships here. It is also senior day. We have a lovely, lovely game day atmosphere happening out here. This game is brought to you live by TVX Sports. We have some Legionnaires out here from the SD Legion Pro Team. We have Churros from El Tigre Churros as we have kicked off here on Manchester Field. The Toreros have received the kickoff and are maintaining their possession, looking to kick quickly. That's Michael Lewis kicking out into touch. Looks like we're going to be going back. My name is Scott Thomas, and I'm joined here by Director of USD Rugby, Kevin Eaton. Kevin, how would you describe the atmosphere right now?
I would say it's borderline electric here at Manchester Field, Scotty. We got free churros. We have senior day. We have a good crowd here, and it is growing fast. I think we have a great 80 minutes of rugby ahead of us. We're
going to be bringing this line out back to the place of the kick since we had the kick come out into touch on the full. The kick was taken outside of the 22. It'll be Claremont's throw in this line out, and a good opportunity for attack here, Kevin, testing the Toreros defense early.
Yeah, early opportunity for Claremont Lions. Probably couldn't have hoped for a better start here if I have an opportunity like this so close, but we have not straight the line out there.
Toreros will have an option here. They opt for the scrum. Deep in their own territory here. Might be looking to kick out of danger again.
Folks watching at home, just a quick note. We don't have a roster for the Claremont colleges. We apologize. We won't be calling the players by name. We do have the roster for the University of San Diego, and we apologize in advance for any bias on the broadcast.
Amateur bias is almost a must. It is a little absurd for two grown men to be commentating college rugby, but here we go, Kevin. We have a win by the Toreros and a nice high boot by Lewis. Claremont's looking to field it, not cleanly. It will be retained by the Toreros. Big Michael Ramos with his first rumbling carry of the day. He is down on the ground. Claremont tacklers will have to release. Lewis almost looking to kick again, but gives it instead to Habib. Habib is attacking the sideline, out to Jackson Short on the sideline there, trying to stay in bounds. Looks like the kick, the ball was, knocked on and taken by Claremont McKenna. We will have a scrum to Claremont McKenna from the knock on by USD.
Yeah, a bit of a nervy start there from USD. A good collect there from Lewis after the high kick. Claremont, again, I think both teams a little bit of nerve here. These two undefeated teams, lots on the line here this Saturday at Manchester Field. Scotty, a win by the Toreros will clinch the league championship, whereas a win by the Claremont colleges will put them in the front seat for a league championship of their own. A
lot at stake here today. Toreros are going to be looking to scrum defensively for the first time of the afternoon.
Let's go, Bravos!
Fed and won by Claremont Lions. However, a penalty given to the Claremont Lions. Toreros will retreat 10 meters.
Yeah, good first scrum there from Claremont. Toreros on their heels a bit. Let's see if they can adjust for the next scrum. Look for Claremont to kick this deep to touch.
Great hair out here today on the pitch, Kevin. The 10 for Claremont, whose name I do not have.
Great hair and great kick to touch there by the 10. Claremont with another good attacking opportunity early. A little bit of a struggle with that first line out as we saw, Scotty. So let's see if they can adjust to that and hit this line out clean, or if the Toreros can disrupt again.
Big Shaney up here is looking to get up his teammate, Shane Jamison, for maybe a steal, just some pressure, force a bad throw, whatever he can do to make it difficult for the Lions here. Nice wide channel looks like we have. Some instruction from the sir. Here we go, a little dupe. Oh, some unfortunate miscommunication. It's going to be Toreros' ball as they look to bring the ball down in maul.
Good initial hit from the Toreros. Looks like this ball might be stopped.
It's presented out to 9, Mickey O'Leary, given out to Michael Ramos, and a good tackle by 10. Claremont McKenna to kind of stop that, driving its heels. USD's second phase, Shaney Fagbani, a hard rumbling carry of his own. Perhaps try to latch by the inside center, number 12, by Claremont McKenna. Unsuccessfully, Lewis is going to spin it wide out. Given out to the wing. That's dangerous. Nate left with a cut in and a hard hit.
Big carry from left.
O'Leary spins it out again to the forwards. Gain line has been made and brought down. Another rumbling carry. Little do-si-do by the tackler, not looking to take on the big man head on. And it's a penalty advantage to the Toreros. Another
side there too. We had the advantage, I think, for a high tackle on Ramos there.
We did. We have some aggressive defense and a nice little flip back. Toreros with all the fixins, an important announcement for the sideline if you are tuned into this broadcast as well. Churros El Tigre, who will be providing churros at my wedding, Kevin. As the kick is into touch, it will be Toreros line out inside of the Claremont 22.
Scotty, famously recipient of the Make-A-Wish Foundation marriage experience for this October. Congratulations on your upcoming nuptials, Scotty.
Thank you very much. And a heartfelt apology goes out to my fiance and her family.
I feel sorry for her.
The line out throw is overthrown. We have Claremont's ball. Is it poached? It is not. It will be Claremont's phase here. Given back to the 10 for a clearance kick. Nice, high, arcing, deep kick.
That's a 50-22 if it goes out.
It does not. It's collected by Devin Hoover with a little jump, skip, and a hop. Given out to Jackson Shore with a hard charging cut in to stay out of danger, stay out of touch, and then given back to Michael Ramos for another bumble, rumble, stumble, drawing multiple Claremont tacklers and defenders there. Sealed by Kamadiba. Carried by spun by Michael Lewis. We're going east to west here on Manchester Field. Nate Leff with a burst on the sideline. Brought into touch after a hard charge to shake one defender off him, Kevin.
Second nice run from Nate Leff there. He's running with good pace. On that, you would have liked to see him maybe just cut in just a step earlier to try and stay in bounds there. Right area of the field, though, for the USD Toreros, this is where you want to be playing the game, and they have been disrupting, as we saw earlier, the Claremont lineout. So let's see if they can get up again and steal this ball.
Claremont hooker throws. It's overthrown but collected by the Lions. It'll be a satisfactory result for them as they're playing some offense here, running out of their own half. A nice one-handed catch by the fullback, but a wonderful tackle there by the Toreros. And we got a little bit of a mucky scrucky. It's going to be a penalty for the tackler not rolling away by the Sir. That was a quick whistle, Kevin.
Just a bit too eager by the Toreros there, just kind of diving into the ruck from the side. Need to be a bit more composed there after making that strong tackle from Paul Habib. Just want to collect their composure, play that next phase. You don't have to get a turnover at every ruck.
It's another good penalty clearance kick by the Claremont 10 to set up a line out just outside of the Toreros 22. Some early back and forth action here in Manchester Field as we have had a couple of threats by either club, but not necessarily any points yet. Will this be the opportunity for the Lions? Some deception, good deception in a hooker throw and a cleanly won line out with maul by the Lions. Appears to have been stopped by the Toreros. Possibly knocked. No, it was played back, says the Sir. And we're going to play on here. A couple nice tackles by the Toreros, but we're playing defense. It's intercepted by Nate Leff on a wise play there. The scrum is cleared out. The ruck is cleared out. And we have a counterattack opportunity. O'Leary spins it out to Smithers. Line break. Is that Hoovel or Danny Sir, Kevin?
Devin Hoovel, but him and Danny Sir do look very similar from this distance, Scotty.
The headbands, the flowing hair, et cetera, et cetera. However, it is a penalty to the Claremont Lions for the Toreros holding on to the ball for too long after being brought down to the ground. Claremont has the opportunity to relieve pressure once more.
Yeah, it looks like a good poach and contact by the Claremont 10, I believe. Good start from him so far. He's definitely been the player of the game so far for the Lions.
Clearance kick is up, but however, I feel like this kick is going to be not finding touch. Indeed, that is true. Hoovel spins it out wide to his partner. Jackson Shorter collects it on the bounce. Looks to break his man's. Oh, I'm sorry. We have a whistle. We have a whistle for something.
I believe that pass might have just drifted forward out of the hands of Hoovel. That's a big mistake here. Puts Claremont in a very good attacking opportunity here.
A break for the Lions, perhaps. But the rules do indicate that you cannot pass the ball forwards.
Really dangerous attacking opportunity here for the Claremont Lions. Scrum center just inside the 22. World is their oyster here. They can really go either side of the scrum here, have a nice set play, attack where they want to attack. Let's see if the USD Toreros can hold up a little bit better in the scrum.
Drop goal may be on as well. Shout out Doug Flutie as a good tackle was made off the side of the scrum by the Toreros. And it looks like they're going to be looking for a counterattack and a successful poach by the Toreros to get out of danger.
We had a great just hair combination there from USD. We had Shane Jamieson, flowing blonde locks, make the tackle, and then it looked like Michael Lewis and Sam Carlson both trying to upstage him with the haircuts right over the ball as well, getting that ball back, clean penalty.
It's a young man's game.
It's true.
However, we do have a wonderful clearance kick there by the Toreros to relieve pressure and win the line-out. Steve back. It being senior day as well, Kevin, we should probably give shout-outs to seniors as we are able to, for those who may be playing their last league game here on Manchester Field.
Yeah, so final league game at Manchester Field for a crop of really outstanding players. In the forward pack, Cam Edavifar playing at flanker and Michael Ramos playing at 8. And then we also have coming onto the field today off the bench a couple seniors, Joey Shenton and Finn McCarthy, looking to get into the game and cause some havoc. Did I miss anybody on that, Scotty?
I don't believe you did. Hopefully we'll clear that up if we are able to. A good tackle there on the USD Carriers. A high arcing box kick will stay in.
Oh, it did bounce in. Bounce in. Owen, touch judge Owen has his hand pointed towards USD Toreros, but it will be a Claremont Lions ball.
It will be a Lions throw in the lineup.
See if USD gets up again at the front to try and disrupt this line out, Scott.
Indeed.
Might be an overthrow.
Overthrow is knocked by the Toreros, so the Lions are playing with knock advantage, and we'll scrum down. After this, a little bit of extracurriculars here.
Yeah, you're going to have a little bit of extra motion in a game like this, Scotty, so not surprised to see a little bit off the ball stuff, but both players kept their composure there, just probably didn't hear the whistle, get into a bit of a scrap, but disconnected well there.
It's been some good deception by the Claremont Lions there in the lineouts, kind of making the Toreros guess where the jumping paw is going to happen, when it's going to happen. Unfortunately, the throw there was just a little bit overthrown, leading into a little bit of mess here, but we're going to scrum down. Lions have won this scrum. It's back to the 9 who spins it out wide for his counterparts. Fullback brings it into contact. Rucked cleanly. Playing a second phase here. Approaching the midline of this field. Manchester Field midline is the 45. Not exactly the 50. However, the 10 is kicking out. A little bit of a messy ball going on in the back, so it will be Hoovel bringing the ball back into contact for the Toreros. A good tackle there by the 11 for Claremont as Shaney Fagbani, another hard rumbling carry. A little bit of a wardrobe malfunction there perhaps as the man was brought down. However, it will be Torero's ball, reloaded. The man is down, so the tacklers do have to release. Torero's going to spin out. Attempted clearance kick is blocked down. However, we're going to be playing on here.
Good charge down by Claremont, but good awareness there by Sam Carlson to pick up that loose ball.
The Lions have been very aggressive on defense so far, charging up, blitzing up, making a lot of difficulty for the attack.
Shaney Fagbani a little isolated here. Looks like no wrap in the tackle there, but on the other side of the referee.
O'Leary wins the ball out. Spun out to Sir, spun out to Hoovel. Flip to Jamison. Carries towards the sideline dangerously and into touch. It'll be the Lions throw.
Yeah, I don't think either team's playing their best game so far, Scott. I think we can chalk that up to nerves. Lots of mistakes from both sides. Let's see if Claremont can continue their run of form here in the lineouts. They have improved a bit as the half has gone on. Or let's see if USD can get back to that disruption that we saw early on in the game.
Oh, good play there by the Lions. Cheeky front man pop. It's a win, it's a win, it's a win. And there's a high tackle penalty advantage to the Lions here.
Yeah, a little high there from K-Boost. Claremont smartly using their advantage, trying to kick through, but we'll come back for the penalty there for the high tackle.
Kick finds touch. You'll be Claremont throwing.
Yeah, I think, Scotty, you've noticed so far when USD is in the right areas of the field with the territory, they're continuously giving away, call them probably silly penalties, silly high tackle, diving into the ruck, things they don't really need to be doing and giving Claremont, 30, 40 extra meters up the field pretty easily with those kicks.
Claremont's found their groove, in their offensive line-out game. See if they can continue here.
That's probably an offside there from Claremont,
Yes.
yeah.
Ball's kind of knocked forward into his teammate and picked it up. That is going to be an offside penalty.
Do you want to explain that to the
I'll
folks
just
at
say
home,
it's a
Scott?
rule I've known for a long time to be true. Let's leave it there.
Yeah, so
And let's have a next phase of play. Smithers is going to kick the ball out and into touch, and it will be the Toreros throwing the line out.
So folks at home, generally you're going to see a knock-on called and that ball goes forward out of hand. But if it does go forward out of hand to your teammate who's in front of you who then grabs it, that's offside, similar to when a kick is offside if you're in front of that player. In rugby, generally it's a good idea to be behind your teammate who has the ball.
Leroy, Logan, John Tatum prepares to throw the ball on the line out for the Toreros. The lift is up. The throw is good. And the dish is made around back to Leroy. And it's a rumbling run for Paulie Habib. Toreros have the lines on their heels a little bit here. Let's see if they can make it count. Sam Carlson, nice low-charging run, but he's stopped.
Looks like he might have been in from the side there by Claremont, yeah.
Indeed. Will the
Yeah.
Toreros look to kick to points here?
I think they'll go for the corner here, probably set up a maul. You saw a good initial tackle by the Claremont 10. Really enjoy that physical contact. Good hit by him, and then just a little bit over-eager charging into the side of that ruck. Great kick to touch from Lewis.
At the 1-inch line, perhaps there will be a 5-meter line out given to the Toreros.
Let's see if they look to set up a maul here and punch this ball in, Scotty.
A little bit of a coffin corner activity there, Kev.
Yeah, that's a nice punt inside the 20, no touchback. Beautiful. That last USD lineup looked pretty clean and crisp, Spotty. Let's see if they can replicate that and then bring that ball down for a driving maul for the first try of the day.
Line out is one. The drive is on. The maul is on. It looks like Claremont, is equal to the task. Good aggressive maul there.
Just staying in there on the touchline by Ramos. Well done.
Ball's given to Carlson there as he's inching closer to the try line. Another forward pod, but a cheeky pick and go.
Massive bodies here.
A lot of meat on the turf here, Kev. Let's see what we have. We have a pick and we have a go.
Good carry by Kamada Vifar. Getting closer and closer to that try line. Big boy's going to work here, folks. That's Fagbeni.
Pay dirt.
He's in.
First try of the day scored by the Toreros. That is Shaney Fagbeni.
Great work by USD just to stay patient and drive that ball in. We have a little broken glass here next to the TVX broadcast booth. A couple folks saying, hey, that was your fault. Let's see if we can get that figured out.
It's just excitement from the try,
That's true.
Like we said, Kevin, there's a lot of nerves going on today. There's the league championship on the line, so we're expecting some broken glass, some activity after the whistles, all in the name of Rugby Saturday. Lewis will bring the ball back from the point where the ball was put down in the try zone, aiming to convert that 5-point try with this 2-point conversion kick. How much of a factor is today's win, Kevin?
I'd say it's a big factor probably on this kick. Wins a little bit into Lewis's face. This is a tough kick because as a right-footed kicker, this is naturally going to swing a little bit to the left, and the wind's going to push it away. So I would almost aim for this near post and hope it kind of hooks in if I was him, Scotty.
Aim for the bushes. The kick is up.
Beauty.
It has split the post almost perfectly. Eat your heart out, Justin Tucker. That is a 2-point conversion, Michael Lewis. And the Toreros lead 7-0 here in the 21st minute, halfway through the first half.
Let's see if USD can be clean on this kickoff. This is area they've struggled with last couple of weeks, Scotty, just catching these kicks clean. Let's see if they can catch the kick clean and play in the right areas of the field here.
Right you are. The kick is up. It's called for. I believe that's taken by Shane Jameson up in the air. He's going to do a little east to west running here across the field, trying to avoid a obstruction call. Successfully does so to the chagrin of the Lions, but it's won back by the Toreros. Fagbani, the try scorer, dishes off to Sam Carlson, who brings the ball down a little bit shy of the midfield line, and we have a penalty for holding on, I believe, so the Lions will win back possession with the chance to kick to touch.
Yeah, good job by the Lions again, getting over that breakdown really quick. They have a couple guys who are really keen to get in and stuck in that breakdown, bravely get that ball back. And again, let's see if the Claremont Lions likely kick to touch. Let's see if that stays in. Might even go out of the back of the try zone.
Kick indeed does find the touch. Let's see what the Sir dictates as the law.
So it should be a scrum from where he kicked it from.
Looks like Hoovel was drying that ball off a bit. Might be some residual puddles from this torrential downpour we've had in Southern California these last few weeks. Keep that ball dry for the Toreros as they will be. It looks like a 22 dropper.
Obviously, the referee will have better knowledge of the game than me and you, Scotty.
Certainly of me.
Oh, Jackson might get this
That's
ball.
a live ball. Play it. Play it. Play me. Danny Sir plays the ball, which looks like it might have touched the sideline.
It was very close there. It was bouncing right on the edge. But
we're playing rugby here.
Either way, Claremont had 3 or 4 opportunities to grab that ball and just kind of stared at it.
Right, you are. The Toreros are playing another phase. It's Fagbani with a strong carry. 3 to 4 Lions bring him down. Looking to poach once more. Good aggressive defense by the Lions, but it will be Toreros' ball coming back again towards us. 3 backs with an overlap. It's Jackson Short with a hard cut in, a little deception. Brings the ball down. It's sealed, and it will be one again. O'Leary will spin the ball out to his forward pack. Torres Capust brought down into contact, unfortunately loses the ball, so it will be Lions again maybe looking to kick and relieve some pressure as they're carrying out of their own 22, spinning it wide out to their backs. And it sounds like we probably had a whistle, Kev. It was knocked initially. We might have had a knock to obstruction called there.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there on the edge. It looked like Claremont had the advantage and would have liked to played with that advantage, but something, maybe there's a second knock, something illegal happened in the back line there that would have caused the ref to bring that back for the Claremont scrum right on their 22 to put in for Claremont here.
Chance of big scrum serenade the forward packs here as the boys are locked in.
Ooh,
there's a whistle.
there.
We're going to try again.
Yeah, I think the scrum just kind of went straight down there in the initial hit. Let's see if both sets of props can keep the scrum up a little better. Early
Indeed,
push
they cannot.
there from USD.
It's going to be a half-arm penalty to the Lions. This is going to be a free kick. They will choose to quickly tap, and unfortunately, appears like the ball had bounced off an errant forward who was not expecting to see the ball, just looking to get back. So that's the risk you run, Kevin, when you quick tap like that, and it seemed like not everybody was on the same page.
Yeah, that's one of the more difficult things about rugby, Scotty, is you need to have 15 players all on the same page of what the plan is, what we're doing. And I think you had about 5 or 6 Lions there said, hey, let's go quick. 3 or 4 Lions weren't quite ready, saw it bounce off just one of those not ready players' hands, and then great attacking opportunity now again for USD just in the 22.
Right, you are. Scrum is centered. Well, we have a drop goal here. The ball is fed in. Toreros being driven back. Will the Lions be able to win this scrum? Unfortunately, no. O'Leary flips it out to Habib, who looks like he has a good set ahead of steam. Will he look to dish? No, he will carry. Brought down into contact. We're having the ruck cleared out. Ramos picks. He's going to look to get into that try zone on senior day. Lewis picks. They're edging closer and closer to the try line. A little bit of a deceptive pick, or was it
we
not?
had a knock there from O'Leary at the base of the ruck. Just a little too eager there. Needed to slow down, be patient.
Unfortunate mistake by the Toreros. Will give the Lions back the ball in the put in for the scrum. Coach Purdon can't be happy with that result, Kevin.
No, I think generally when you have possession in the 22, you want to come away with points, right? Whether that's 3, 5, or 7, you want to come away with some points, and to easily give the ball back to Claremont there, that's not what USD wanted. But let's see if they can put some pressure now on the Lions, who are still in a very vulnerable position of the field here.
You'd expect a clearance kick after the one scrum, but first you have to win the scrum, and the Lions do exactly that. Ball's fed back to the tempo. They're going to play and run the ball out of their own try zone.
Might have a poach there.
Ruck won by the Lions. They're going to continue to run the ball out. Dish it offload to the flanker. Flanker dishes it back once more.
Ferocious contest at the ruck here in the 22, Scotty.
Good aggressive
tackle
defending
by Cam out of EFAR.
Now the Lions will look to kick. Kick is up. It is high. It's buckling towards Jackson Short, who makes a nice athletic jumping catch and stays out of touch.
Good
Sidewinder
seal
tackle.
there in the ruck. Really good seal in the ruck. Looks like that was Devin Hoovel and Shane Jamieson. Big counter ruck from Claremont.
Shane Fagbini comes away with the ball, picks and goes, brings some defenders with him.
Looks like Toreros have space on the weak side if they can move it.
Good catch by
Shane Jamieson's
Habib.
in.
Shane Jamieson's going to find the second try for the Toreros of the afternoon. Dots it down to make the advantage 12-0 Toreros. What'd you have there, Kevin?
Yeah, that's really good recognition by USD on the weak side of that ruck. Claremont doing really well to ferociously contest that ruck, but obviously if you got guys in the ruck, you have less guys in that defensive line. They left that short side just a little bit open, and good recognition there from Lewis Habib, and then eventually dishing that ball out to Jamieson for a good finish.
Let's not forget that excellent catch by Jackson Short.
Absolutely. That was the initial kind of spark there. And, yeah, you'll just see on the replay there Shane Jamieson kind of untouched. Probably could have been a little closer to under the post there. I think he might have felt a little pressure from that tackler. We definitely had a little more time to run under. But nevertheless, 5 points is 5 points, and we're up 12-0 now, about almost 30 minutes in here in this Gold Coast conference match.
Jamieson saw how easily Smithers converted that first try. So, yeah, it's automatic, right?
As it looks like, no,
that is short.
So
that is short.
You're seeing the effects of the wind there, Scotty. You saw
Yes.
both the Claremont Lions touch judge and the USD touch judge raise their flags. They saw that ball coming right at them, right to the middle of the post, and that wind almost acted like a wall, stopping that ball from going through the post, and that's just unfortunate for USD not getting those 2 points.
Certainly some announcer kibosh on that one as the score will remain 12-0 Toreros. Lions will kick the ball back.
Referee Ben Lebompin indicating 10 minutes left in the half to both teams. Deep kick.
The kick is into touch.
Did that go out of the back of the try zone? If so, that'll be a scrum center. I don't know if that went into touch or not.
Referee is conferring with his assistant referee on the sidelines, maybe indicating.
Ooh, okay, so it looks like that ball went out on the sideline there, not in the in goal. So that's going to be a big swing here, because that's going to be Torero's line out in a very dangerous position rather than a scrum center here. So big call there on that kick.
So a good kickoff by the Lions to force the Toreros into a point of absolute pressure. Like a 5-meter line out, perhaps.
Yeah, this is one of those things, Scott, when you talk about rugby, you'd rather have territory than possession sometimes. You'd rather, I think, have Claremont have the ball around midfield than you have the ball in this area of the field.
It is a win by the Toreros as Ramos is rumbling the ball after that into the teeth of the Lions defense. Perhaps setting up a kick. Yes, indeed, a clearance kick for Michael Lewis, who drives the ball back. Like left wanted that one on the fly. However, it will find touch. It will be marked. by left who does well to ensure that the ball is slowed down and his Torero defender teammates can catch up for a full lineout.
Yeah, I love the chase there from left. That Lewis, tough job there, kicking really straight into the wind. So good job to get that ball around 30 meters or so out from the try line. But again, because of that initial kick from Claremont not gathered by USD, we have a difficult situation for USD to defend.
Line out won by the Lions, spun out wide. Good staggered attacking line here by number 10. Habib might have stolen this ball. No, indeed.
No.
It's going to stay with the Lions here. They're going to play another phase. A counter ruck is on. However, the ball is spun out to the forwards. Back into the gain line, picked again for a third phase. Distributed out wide.
Tackled by Logan Tatum. I think USD's jumped on that ball.
Indeed, Tatum forces the turnover. Lions are forced to play defense. Sam Carlson carries the ball into the defenders. More aggressive attacking defense from the Lions. Lewis brings the ball back to a kick. It's high. It's arcing. It's bending back. It bounces. Jackson Short picks it up. However, the referee indicates, the sir indicates that it has been knocked on by the Toreros first. It will be line scrum.
Slight knock in the air by Hoovel there, just trying to gather that kick. Again, that wind definitely causing a few issues for USD as they try to X out of their own half. Lewis probably wanted to drive that ball a little deeper, but that wind just held it up.
Claremont ensuring they have a full scrum here, and they do. Scrum Diego, the chant coming. The beat made by the Legionnaires. The feed is in. The scrum is won. The ball is out. Lions with a nice switch back.
Good tackle by Jackson Short coming off from the weak side there.
Ball out again. Second phase for the Lions.
Looks like Lewis is in on that ball.
Poach not successful. A nice hard run, dragging a defender with him. Lions are making progress towards the Toreros try line. Spun out wide and spun down in the tackle. Torres Capust. Ramos with another tackle. Weak side blitz on the 9 there to ensure he's getting rid of the ball soon. And the Toreros get the ball in the turnover. It's left on the wing, cutting back in to stay out of touch. Secure the ball for his Toreros on attack as the Lions are forced to retreat.
Great seal out there wide on the ruck. We have a little bit of a bobble there in the forward pocket, Todd, but well handled in the end.
We'll call that an intentional tip pass.
Looks
a little fake there, a little shimmy shake.
Both teams. Oh, lovely tip there to Shani Fagbeni from Ramos.
Defender completes his tackle, gives the ball back to Lewis. There's a lot of space there spotted by Lewis. Who will get to this ball first? The Lions pounce on it. The winger brings the ball back around, swooping the ball all around the world. He's going to dish the ball out wide to his teammate. However, there's two Torero defenders there ready for the challenge.
Good tackle from
Good
Jackson
aggressive
Short.
Defense. He's all alone. He's dove over.
Ooh, looks like might have been offside from Claremont there.
What do we have here?
We had a little bit of a grease watermelon there, Scotty, so I don't blame Ben here from just taking a second, gathering his thoughts, figuring out what happened.
Seems like we might have an initial knock. It looks like what he might have indicated. What do we have here? A conversation among captains with the sir, saying, hey, why don't you cool it a little bit? Is he seeing something he's not liking? Is he seeing something from this last phase of play that
he might just be saying, hey, stop kicking it so far. I'm having to run a whole bunch. Let's slow this game down.
Come on, man.
Had a big night last night. Let's chill it out a little bit. No, I think that he's probably just explaining the call there because I think we had a knock on, or I think we had a Claremont player in an offside position contact that ball. So he's probably just being very clear in his discussion with the Claremont Lions where the penalty is coming from. And looks like we have a great attacking opportunity for USD, a set tap play coming here.
Like Benny sets, taps, and picks the ball into the teeth of the Lions defense. Won over by the supporting ruckers. Pop to Ramos. Will he punch it in for the third try of the day? Perhaps another phase is needed.
And
no,
he's giving
it is a
it.
try. Senior Michael Ramos dots down the third try of the afternoon for the Toreros. 17-0 home team.
Great initial push there by Fagbani, then a nice job Ramos coming around that weak side, bundling over a couple of tackles for a try on senior day.
Love to see that. Must have been a design set piece there. After that unfortunate, knocked to offsides call by the referee, giving the Toreros the penalty in a very dangerous part of the field. Lewis will have his third conversion attempt from seemingly the exact same place on the field, right outside of the 20.
Yeah, he just got to get, it's almost like he's kicking this from about 50 back because of this wind just blowing right in his face here. So you saw that last kick, folks, was going right through the post, but just blown straight back on that crossbar. So he's got to put a little more meat into this kick, Scotty, I would say.
Love me a meaty kick. Here comes the attempt by Lewis. It's online. Does it have the distance?
Oh!
It doinks off the
Every
outside.
piece of woodwork we have on Manchester Field is conspiring against Michael Lewis right now, it appears.
Kibosh perhaps once more by me saying it was online. Doinks off. It will remain 17-0. Sir indicates that we have 3 minutes left.
Yeah, very close to halftime here. Let's see if USD can do a little bit better off this kickoff, not put themselves in a very dangerous position early on and catch this initial kick.
Lions walk up to this line here, right behind their kicker. Once more to set the ball perhaps deep into Toreros territory, forcing them to work all the way out. Indeed, that's what we have. Perhaps taking advantage of the wind. It's collected by Daniel Sir. Carrying the ball in two hands. Big tackle there.
Looks like a little high there.
Unfortunately for the Lions, it is deemed to be too high.
Sir doing well to shake that hit off and get right back on his feet. That was a pretty high, pretty hard shot. But good thing he's doing all right after that. I'm glad the Claremont tackler's all right, too.
Right you are. Lewis kicks the ball following the penalty into touch, ensuring a Toreros throw in the line out here near midfield.
Let's see if USD can put in one more score here before the half. Just a little bit behind their own halfway line here. So this is a decent attacking opportunity if they want to take advantage of it. Claremont Lions defenses look pretty stout here, I'd say, Scott. I think they've just had a couple mistakes in their own 22 level led to Toreros points. Let's see who comes out on top in this final minute of this first half.
Leroy throws the ball, however.
Shaney Fagbani running all the way across the field. This is not what you want to see from your tight head prop.
Perhaps it'll advise, but the Toreros will retain possession. Dished out to Ramos. Collects some defenders as he goes down. Ball is spun out to Lewis for a clearance kick.
That's right up in the air. Whose ball? Good take by Claremont.
Collected well to catch the ball up in the air.
Lots of space here for the Lions.
Space and numbers. Hoovel's equal to the task, forcing the offense to dish the ball off to kind of negate that overlap that they had.
Big hit from Dustin Braun there. USD flying up.
Multiple phases of play here, unfortunately.
Looks like that might have gone lateral from the hands there from Claremont. They're in space now.
Picked by the Lions. Inside of the Toreros 22, looking to convert for their first points of the afternoon. This would be a big first half momentum gainer going into the halftime. Unfortunately for them, however, that's a big hit.
I think we had a knock on in contact there. Knock only, not deemed to be a slap down, so I think his arm was wrapping around to complete that tackle. So not judged to be intentional, no penalty. But I think we probably have about 1 more minute left here in Manchester Field before halftime. So Claremont in a great attacking position here. Let's see if USD can hold their line for just 1 more minute.
Line successful in the scrum. Spun back to the back line, looking to attack, looped around to the 10. Unfortunately.
Double knocked.
Unfortunate for the Toreros, blown up. That is knocked. Hoovel can't believe it. He said, excuse me, that was my big senior day moment. Instead, we're going to have a halftime break here, Kevin.
So we're going to go to the half, folks, and just as one of the bigger USD homers you'll find here, that's a correct call from the ref. So Whoville got that ball. It did go forward off his hand, and he did get it before it hit the ground, but it hit a Claremont Lions player in between that.
We have a replay coming in from this wonderful TVX Sports crew.
So you see Whoville, and that Claremont player just got his fingers on it, and that's what caused it to be a knock-on. And we'll go into halftime. We'll take a little bit of a break here from the commentary booth. We'll catch some replays of this first half, and we'll be back with second half action here from Manchester Field. We stand at 17-0 USD in the lead.
Knock on. Dev topped it, then when Claremont got it, and then Dev got it back again. What? Oh, that's right.
We only got so many people. All right. Yeah. Yeah, come. All right. For our halftime competition, we have a kicking contest from 22 meters. We have four. We have Megan Ross representing the USD Swim and Dive. We have Sophie Mortgage representing USD Soccer. We have Lawrence representing SIGAP. And we have Tyler Pearson representing BG. Alright, we are starting at a center kick, 3 attempts at 22 meters. And we'll see who comes out on top.
You have any insights? No.
Alright, first up, we have Sophie.
Follow this if you want. I'm up.
Alright, now finally we have Tyler from Phoenix.
I'll be like 10 minutes.
Alright, round 2.
Especially when we're doing the assault.
Showing us
That's more than one.
Alright, let's get pumped up. Forward. Everyone's a winner here. But Tyler is the true winner of the competition. So while everybody gets a little something, Tyler, you get a ball. Yeah. Yeah. Isn't that cool?
When you messed me up, I know that was rigged, dude. You messed up my. I saw that, dude. Alright, that's it. Bro, Owen, you know what Owen did? He set it up like weird. I was like, set my shit straight. Set my shit straight. Yeah, he set it on an angle, and I was like, dude, you're messing me up. He's like, fuck you, man. Whatever. It was fun. I had a good time.
Welcome back to Manchester Field as the Toreros will be kicking to start off the second half, protecting a 17-0 lead in this league championship game. Toreros are aiming to repeat as league champions as Michael Lewis sends the kickoff high into the Lions defense, and a strong tackle by Paulie Habib starts this second half of action. Joined in the TVX booth, my name is Scott Thomas with Kevin Eaton here, Director of USD Rugby.
Exit here from Claremont. Off the side of the foot. Chance for Nate Left to attack. Or Shane Jameson.
O'Leary spins it out. And again to Torres Kapust. Protected and sealed by Shaney Fagmani, the try scorer. Sam Carlson looks to attack again, centering the ball inside the Lions 22.
Ooh, let's see
Lewis
if
with
USD
a
can get there.
Cheeky pick.
Oh! So I think that ball just was out of the back of the try zone, but Hoovel was coming in like a cannonball, looking to get over that ball. We have a replay here for you. That is close as you get, folks. We'll
Very
come back
close.
to a Claremont Lions scrum from where the kick came from.
Appreciate that. I'm asking the TVX technicians here to turn my headphone volume down just a bit as I'm ensuring that my eardrums have not been blown out by your excited oof, Kevin. But this is an exciting game, and it's
the
true.
oofs are coming fast and furious here at Manchester Field with each exciting play here we have.
Indeed, you're right. The Lions scrum is won, spun back to their backs. A little dish, a little show and go by the outside center, and spun out once more. The able-handed 10 commits the defender and dishes the ball and receives the offload from the fullback.
Good attacking phase there from Claremont, Scotty.
Right you are. The Lions continue their attack into midfield territory here. Aggressive defending continues into the second half. Ramos blitzes up and makes the tackle.
Ooh, good
Ball
job
is one
from
out.
Sir there, absorbing the contact. Did get dominated a bit in the tackle there, but did well to
cause a knock as Hoovel is breaking out and running into touch. Unfortunately, was spun into touch by the Lions defender in a moment of desperation.
Yeah, so see Sir absorbed the tackle but ripped that ball out. USD gets the turnover. I think we had a knock-on advantage, but then USD did get some forward advantage from that ball, so now it does go back to the Claremont Lions. But a good area of the field here for USD, particularly with their strong line-out so far, as we don't contest and lift, as I say that.
Unfortunate.
Oh, we might have a knock
Speaking
there.
of,
Yeah.
knocked by the Lions, it will be USC's throwing the scrum. Excuse me, they're put in the scrum.
Yeah, so we talked about in that first half, Scotty, right? Just being on the same page. It's one of the hardest parts of a successful rugby program was all being on the same page, and didn't look like 12 was maybe prepared for that ball to come out that quick. And likewise, USD clearly not ready to get up at that line out and contest. Claremont Lions, let's see if they can come back in the second half. They're well coached over there in the Los Angeles area by Jeremy Ognall and Scott Bracken have been a powerhouse in Southern California for a long time. USD taking it to him so far.
Scrum is one and given out to the dangerous Nate Leff out in the wing. Breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle.
Great carry there from Leff. I think he's beaten 2 or 3 defenders every time he has the ball, Scott.
The ball is picked by the Toreros, looking to get some dirty, hard yards.
I think the big boys might go to work again here, Scotty.
Might be time for a double shift at the meat factory. Wide pick. Put down, difficult to see who has the ball. And
Lots of space here. If we
Spun
can
out.
move the ball.
Danny Sir dots it down for the 4th try of the afternoon for the Toreros, making it 22-0 Toreros here to start off the second half.
Great job from USD. You saw the big boys going to work, drawing in the majority of the Claremont defense, and then Michael Lewis at 10 rightfully recognizing the space out wide. And great job by the boys just shifting that ball, Scotty. That's an easy skill, but in high-pressure moments, sometimes you do see players fail in that area, but they did great to get that ball to the edge and finish with the try.
Right you are, Kevin. Kind of an effective strategy there to bring the ball in with the heavies, bring the defense in for the Lions, and then as soon as they arrive, just dish it out wide. Now that you're all here, let's play out in the wings. And that's where Sir was able to be effective, scoring that try for the Toreros, as Lewis has another difficult conversion kick in his hands. He's 1 of 3 on this afternoon. Conversion kick is up, and it is true.
Clean. That wind at his back looks like it's making a difference there.
Making it 19-0 Toreros as they're getting set to receive.
We're going to have 24-0 here, Scotty.
24-0, right you are, Kevin. 4 tries, 2 of which converted as we have a replay.
Lovely hands. Lewis to Habib. Shane Jamison out to Dancer. He had 2 players outside him, said, you know what, I'm going to score a try. This is mine. I don't need you 2 extras on the wing there.
You never know what happens in those situations, Kevin. Shades of TJ Reed to Patrick Ferocious Charles against UC Irvine in 2015, I believe it was. As the Lions kick it, low driving kick into the Toreros area. Collected by Paulie Habib with a hop jump and a skip to beat his defender. Spun out by Mickey O'Leary, excuse me. Michael Lewis now clearing the kick towards us right into your living room.
So we had another kick from outside the 22 straight into touch. I think just Lewis is probably chatting to his forwards. Needs a little bit better setup there to shield him to get that kickoff clean.
Kick did go straight into touch on the full from outside the Toreros 22, but it looks like we're going to have a scrum here, Kevin, to the Lions. This is interesting.
Huh, all right, I'll take it. We'll play on.
We're playing on here at Manchester Field. Lions feed the ball into the scrum and win it back to their 8-man. Picked by the scrum half, spun out wide to the 10, into the centers. Unfortunately, it seems to have been knocked. We're playing on here at Toreros Stadium.
Referee Benjamin LeBeaupin indicating that was lateral there off the hands.
Play on indeed. Has this been poached? No, It is a penalty for diving over, not supporting your weight, as the Lions will quickly tap. Unfortunately, I believe the Sir is indicating that the tap was not taken at the mark and will force the Lions to bring the ball back to the mark of the penalty.
That's frequently probably players' least favorite rule, Scotty, is you get that quick tap, you're in space, you're going in for the try, and then ref said, you weren't from the mark, sir. Unfortunately, you have to bring that ball back.
See that? He didn't kick from the mark.
Did not kick from the mark.
No points.
Looks like Claremont is taking, I think, a scrum here off that penalty, so they must like a set piece they have off a scrum here, which is why they're choosing this option.
Lions are set to scrum. The feed is in and quickly won back. Let's see what we have. The ball may have been out early. Hard defending, charging defense up 9-9. Good tackle by Habib, rolling away, getting back into a position of legal defense. Good gang tackle, forces a knock. It is Toreros' ball, and it's dished to Devin
Get it
Hoovel.
out
Can
the
he
back
break
here.
away?
That might have been forward
The
there.
dangerous Nate Leff winning his way into the Claremont side of the
counter
field.
ruck there from Claremont. USD did well to keep on.
The Lions are ready to counter ruck, and they're set. They're back on defense as O'Leary brings the ball into contact of his own, and this will be a penalty.
Isolated there.
Penalty given to the Lions. Call of not releasing and poached successfully. The Lions so good there too, even in a frantic moment of defense themselves.
Yeah, good counter ruck there, and poach in the ruck there from Claremont. Mickey O'Leary, as we're seeing the initial knock from Claremont, scoop by Habib. Devin Hoovel then went to Leff, who had a good charge there, but obviously Claremont ended up with the ball, and Hoovel has kept that ball in.
Penalty kick failed to find touch as Lewis sends it back on his own to the fullback, who has some supporting runners with him. Will he use them? Yes, he will.
Good tackle in space by Jameson
Claremont
there.
10 just seems to be everywhere and in every single play.
Yeah, he's definitely the danger man, the game driver for Claremont. He's doing well to keep things together for him.
Good gang tackle by the Toreros here, as the Lions are just over that midfield point, looking to get something going, as Habib is calling his defenders out to his side of the field to protect for a potential overlap. The ball is spun out, dangerously so perhaps, and dished to the turf. Eaton, absolutely eaten by the Toreros defenders as Nate Leff looks to counter-attack and poach. However, we have a penalty for him not supporting his weight in doing so.
A little over-eager there from USD.
Unfortunately for you, you are not supporting your weight.
So we had initial good counter ruck by Leff, and I think if Habib had come in and stolen that ball and stayed on his feet, we wouldn't have seen a penalty there, but off his feet a little bit, not supporting his body weight, so we see a penalty. It's
Driving kick here.
Claremont does not appreciate the broadcast booth here.
No. Must not like
right
the fact
into
that we don't know any of their names. That was a first-time kicker. I don't know who did that sideline kick, though, Kevin. That was not the 10.
He was ready for it.
So he must be the man. He must be the assassin, the sniper on their team. And he definitely fired one out across our bow just to give us a little bit of a warning.
Scotty, a couple subs here for USD. We have one of our seniors, Felix Morales, into the game on the wing. And we also have Anthony Bobo Bonilla coming in at prop, replacing Shaney Fagbani.
We have an advantage, either scrum or penalty, I'm not sure, to the Lions here as they're looking to attack, spin the ball out wide dangerously. And it's given out to the lock. Bringing the ball out to the wing and cutting into the Toreros defense. Coming back now again towards us as the tackle is broken.
Good footwork and contact there by Claremont.
Is it poached?
No, I think Logan Tatum might have lost control of his body there, so the ref was saying, hey, release the ball, sir.
And here we go again. Toreros have to keep their feet. That is a call that the CERT is making many times here to ensure that the Toreros are counter-rucking, and the Lions are counter-rucking legally. Lions have it out on the wing, but a good tackle there might have been Danny Sir.
Yeah, USD doing well here to absorb this pressure from the Claremont Lions. Couple good ball carriers in this front row, Scotty. I'm seeing a 1 and a 3 here with some good footwork and contact from Claremont.
And good rucking to retain this right here as a strong tackle is made. Was it illegally done? The Sir says, yes, Paul, that was illegal. Got to keep the boy in his cleats. Well, we have a card situation. The referee's going into his pocket, Kevin. Into his side pocket. We might have a yellow card situation on our hands here. Logan Tatum's going to be pleading his case. To me, Kevin, it seemed like the Lion did not really have any momentum moving forward. And just, I think Paul Habib was a little bit surprised by that, but is receiving a yellow card here in the 53rd minute.
Yeah, we'll have a replay here for you folks. Habib, I think lifted the legs a little too high there, and the ref saw that as a yellow. That is a point of emphasis here in rugby in 2023 as we emphasize player safety. You want to be careful not to get that player with his hips above his shoulders, and you will always see a penalty on that type of tackle, and sometimes, as you'll see there, you will see a yellow card.
Toreros will play a man down for the next 10 minutes as the Lions penalty kick finds touch, and they will have the throw in this upcoming lineup.
Yeah, see how USD adapts here. They are missing a player in the back line defensively, so let's see if Felix Morales maybe comes in and defends at 12.
I'd like to congratulate the Toreros halftime entertainment crew on a wonderful halftime show with a kicking competition. I'd like to also congratulate you, Kevin, on setting a personal record of 12 churros in one halftime. You know, if I was Joey Chestnut, I'd be worried if I were him. As the show and go is on by the Lions, able-bodied 10 makes a wonderful play to dish in the backhand to his man, and that's going to be a Lions try, making it 24-5 here in the second half.
Yeah, the Claremont Lions doing well there to exploit that extra man in the back line. 10 kind of scything through the middle of that line and then offloading well to, I think it was a 15 who touched down for the score.
Toreros are not pleased with themselves. The coaching staff not pleased with the performance after that lapse in defense, but that's a dangerous knifing run, as you said, Kevin, by the Lions 10. A nice little backhand dish to convert the try. And we'll have another difficult conversion kick at this point in the field. It looks like the wind might have died down just a bit in comparison to the first half.
Good kick by the 10. That's through. We'll go to 24-7. Claremont Lions on the board here with about 25 minutes left in this contest.
Taking advantage of the man advantage. Perhaps 7 or 8 more minutes of that. Habib is eager to get back in the game. But all he can do is watch his 14 teammates try to minimize the damage from his costly penalty.
Yeah, so we'll see how USD does now. So obviously the 14 players remain in the field. Extra shift has to be put in here to keep this game going the way they want it to. Everyone's got to work just a little bit harder.
Lewis's restarting kick is high, and it finds the turf. It's anyone's ball. It's a 50-50 ball right now. However, the sir has called for not a Toreros knock, has he? He's calling for something.
Yeah, I think we had a Toreros knock initially there. So we'll have a Claremont scrum put in here, just outside their 22.
That kick is exactly where you want it to be. It's a high kick. It's a difficult kick to field if you're a Lion. And indeed, it found some turf there, which is exactly what the Toreros wanted. Fortunately, just nudged a bit forward by the hand, and we'll have a Lion scrum. Scrum is won by the Lions and spun out wide to the backs, looking to make maximum advantage of their man advantage. A flipping, tumbling runner is brought to the turf, picked by the Lions, perhaps trying to make the Toreros pay for over-aggressive defense. Making consecutive phases of attack, but a good blitzing tackle there. I believe that was Anthony Bobo Bonilla, the sub.
I think we had Felix Morales there, who has been compared to Bobo at times.
Having difficult finding who is who, but it looks like we're going to have a high tackle penalty here, and time is off. Kevin, what do we have?
I think we might have had a penalty there, maybe just a little bit late in the tackle.
So that strong tackle, there's another conversation here with the captain. Is this a disaster for the Toreros?
Just got to be a little bit more disciplined here. Looks like we have a penalty only. We don't have the actual tackle there on the screens right now, but looks like we might have been a little late there in the tackle, so we have a Claremont penalty. Looks like they'll take this to touch.
Indeed, the kick finds touch. For the Lions, it will be their throw in the lineup. The line out is set. The hooker is ready to throw. The throw is up. There's some disruption by Shane Jamison, and the Toreros are playing with knock advantage. It looks like it will be Toreros scrum after that excellent defensive lift and disruption.
Yeah, good job by USD to get up at the front there early, disrupt that ball. Let's see if we can set an attacking platform off the scrum.
Number 12, Habib paces on the sideline, eager to get back and supporting his players. This would be an opportunity where he'd be licking his chops, looking to knife through the defense. Sir not happy with the scrum formation. We're going to reset and do it again. Perhaps a warning to the front rowers.
Sure. I think I'm good.
USD set to do it again. The feed is in, the ball's in the middle of the scrum. The Lions
USD.
are dominant in that and earn the penalty, forcing the ball away from the Toreros and back
Ball's
10.
going quick. A lot of space out here.
Quick tapper and a short tackle.
Can get ball to Nate.
Nate left the danger man, cuts in, breaks away from his man, feeds it to Hoovel, the senior.
And
he's going to be going under
Devin
the post.
Hoovel, the junior, Scotty, will score an excellent try against the run of play for USD.
That boy, there he go.
Great run by left. Great awareness to dish to Hoovel. And you know what, Scotty, we will shout out a senior. You know who started the whole thing was Felix Morales with that punishing tackle right around midfield to jog that ball loose.
Excellent counter phase there by the Toreros after giving up that penalty in the scrum. A nice tackle by, yes, the senior, the engineer. Felix Morales engineering himself a nice opportunity for the Toreros in that try. Scoring a man down. Right under the post. Lewis is going to be happy with this one. Legionnaires on the sideline showing their thumbs up, indicating they wish this conversion to sail through the posts, as is tradition. Lewis collects himself, sends the kick up and through the post, making it 31-7. Toreros in the 60 as we enter the 62nd minute of this competition, halfway through the second half.
A replay of this great run by Nate Leff, pushing a couple defenders off him, staying up in contact. Devin Hoovel, good stiff arm, swerving back to score into the post. And look at that, Felix Morales in support of the play he started. Let's see if Claremont can keep their heads up here. That's a back-baking try against the run of play here. They had some momentum going forward there. That kick looks like not going to travel 10.
Fortunately not 10, but played.
So let's see how USD's scrum holds up here because they will have a scrum center.
Interesting reset approach there, Kevin, by the Claremont Lions. The kicker was kind of past the point where he was set to kick and worked his way back to his own midline before sending that kick up, maybe just wanting that kick to arc back towards his own lines of defense.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, not enough depth, and it'll be USD scrum 50.
Can't discount as well, he's been kicking with the wind, or Claremont has rather, for a while here. Now they're second half, they're kicking into the wind now, so that ball is getting blown back towards them. So probably wanted to put, like we talked about in that first half, a little more meat on that ball to try and get it 10 meters. But nevertheless, we have a good attacking opportunity for the USD Toreros, scrum center of the field.
Claremont, unfortunately this time for them, despite that hard push defensively, causes USD to kick in a little bit of a panic. Shorthanded tackle made by Bobo Bonilla, stopping the progress by the Lions here, forcing them. They're going to pick and they're going to try to go, but they're only going backwards. However, they believe they do have a penalty advantage. Perhaps there is an offside Torero in that last phase.
Yeah, I think great body height, couple low tackles there, but I think offside. Yeah, you see Ben indicating offside. Let's see if Claremont looks to go quick again.
They do.
And they will. Let's see if Ben saw it. He'll let him play. Good call by the referee there to let the boys play on there with the quick tap. That's good.
Right you are. Lions pick on the weak side near the touchline. Logan Tatum trying to roll his way out of that tackle.
Punishing hits. And a steal from Dan Suhr.
Bobo carries as there's a couple of wounded Lions out behind those last couple of phases of physical play. Lewis brings the ball back, looking to nudge this one.
Into touch, straight into touch, and he's got his head in his hands. Rightly so. That's a big mistake from Lewis, and he knows it. Hopefully these Claremont Lions that are down the field can get up. A couple just punishing hits and contact there by the USD Toreros. And it looks like we have number 6 here, I think, down for Claremont. Let's hope he's all right and gets back on his feet in a second.
Yeah, the USD award-winning sports performance and training staff doing absolutely wonderful work, as always. Trying to pick up the pieces there. It looks like the 9 is just shaking it off there, which is something we like to see, and hopefully the 6 will be doing the same in just a few minutes, as we have a substitute in here that Kevin will help explain in just a few minutes.
Yeah, we have Hunter Leishholm entering the game. I'm not sure who he's in for.
Cam Badiba, to his chagrin, is being subbed out of
Cam
this game.
Adivifar getting subbed out of the game. Great shift from him at loose forward on senior day. Great 60-plus minutes from him.
Hoping to matriculate himself into the USD Law School program, where he might have one more go for him. We have a break in the game. Might be another good opportunity to thank TVX Sports for this beautiful 2-camera broadcast, this lovely sunny San Diego day. Thank you for joining us here. Hope you're enjoying the action so far.
All right, looks like we have the Claremont Lions player getting up onto his backside, off his back. So that's always good to see. It's the first progression as we now see him taking his feet. That's great to see. It's a number 7 there for Claremont. As a crowd, players, everyone here gives him a round of applause as he gets off the field. And we'll see a sub in from Claremont to replace the injured loose forward. So we have another scrum down to Claremont.
Despite that kick in on the full. Time is back on.
I might be a little out of date with my laws and all that here, Scotty, because I thought that was always a line out from where the kick came in. I didn't think it was a scrum.
But you are.
We'll have a scrum here for Claremont regardless. Referee's made his decision. As the clock's shown about 15 minutes here, but we might have a little bit more, as we might have had a little time extra running there.
Absolutely. Official time is always kept on the field by the sir. Habib should be back in the game fairly soon. It's a nice, aggressive run by the 15 in space. Collected that ball with a head full of steam. Claremont spins. It's a show. It's a go for the 10. Good phase of attack for the Lions as they're spinning out again, and it is held. Perhaps a tip tackle called. Yes, it will be a penalty to the Claremont Lions as they're looking to regain possession here near the midfield mark. Indeed, we have a penalty.
Offside from USD there. Let's see if they can retreat. And Paul Habib back on the field.
So we're playing back again at full strength, 15 on 15. The Lions here, looks like some of these hard hits are starting to accumulate. Kevin, we're seeing some bodies taking a little more time on the turf, counting teeth before rejoining the game. And that was all part of the game plan.
It's been a very physical 60 minutes here at Manchester Field, so I think both teams probably feeling the effect of that's at this point in the game.
Streaking wing run by the Lions. Ball retained in the ruck. Good pressure by the Toreros. It's a show, it's a go, it's a tip, and it's a turnover collected by Michael Ramos. Working back towards his own try line. However, we have yet another whistle for offsides, unfortunately, for the Toreros. A little too aggressive defensively here, Kevin. Sirs issued a verbal warning to Captain Tatum for the Toreros. It looks like the Lions will look to kick to touch. For the line-out reset, we might need a new ball here, as that ball nearly went onto Cunningham Field, Kevin. What an absolute boot.
Looks like we have an injured Torero here on the far sideline. I think that's Devin Whoville. I don't know if we have a cramp or an injury.
Not a lot of space on that far sideline, Kevin. Touchline, excuse me. There's a good amount of gravel there. It can lend itself to some dangerous play near that touchline, especially if you're doing some kind of wraparound rodeo swing and tackle. given the stretching, I believe Hamid's doing some stretching out there for Hoovel. Leads me to believe that is just a cramped situation. A little bit of confusion here as Finnegan McCarthy's entering the game.
As Devin Hoovel gets back up. And
Cannot
unfortunately,
play 16 on 15.
Finn has to leave the field. USD has to recognize this. Finn has to get off the field. Okay, he's got it.
A charging run by the Lions here. The Toreros are just meters from their own try zone as the Lions are threatening for the second time this afternoon.
Good tackle by Hoovel, up off his feet after that cramp. Good recovery from him.
Good group tackle there by the Toreros as they're looking to stay organized here and to prevent the Lions from entering their try zone. A poach attempt by Ramos. Is it clean? It is unsuccessful. Another poach attempt by the Toreros. Is this one true? It is not. I believe he was not
USD's
supporting
got to
his weight.
get back 10. They're taking a little too long here. We might have another card here coming.
Right you are. I see the Sir reaching into his pocket and he's about to
looks
show
like
Felix.
Morales, unfortunately, off for the next 10 minutes or so, so he might not make his way back onto the field this game.
Up to the Sir to decide as we're restarted here. The Lions are threatening for points. The Toreros down a player. Stubborn run out here in the center of the field, refusing to go down. Drawing in some defenders. The ball is being swung around wildly by the Lions, but retained, brought down to the ground for another phase of play. A good tackle here made as it's picked and spun out again to the Mr. Wonderful 10 for the Lions, but that's a strong hit by the Toreros. Buying themselves some valuable real estate, keeping the Lions out of their try zone. Can they turn it over? Nice little half gap run there by the Claremont Lions. Spinning and bringing that ball ever closer. Another good run to break the gain line through Paulie Habib.
Yeah, big contact there from all three players in the tackle.
Another strong run, but as he held up, he has
Held
indeed
up.
been held up.
Great work by Sir to get under the ball there. Toreros should take as much time as they can right now before taking this goal line dropout.
Great play of desperation there as it looks like Hoovel will be coming off.
Yeah, looks like Finn McCarthy is now entering the game. Devin Hoovel, gutting it out, but looking a little worse for the wear there. Looks like he's cramping up pretty bad.
Super senior, king of culture, DJ Finnegan McCarthy is in the game. See if he can make an impact for his Toreros.
Deep kick by Lewis. Ooh, well gathered there by Claremont.
Nearly a knock, but unfortunately for the Toreros, they'll have to defend another phase of attack. The Lions have brought the ball
Finn
successfully.
McCarthy in the game and immediately holding that ball up and getting the turnover. Oh,
Has he ripped it away?
I think he might have knocked it there at the end of that. Good initial rip there by Finn.
I'm having a hard time finding the Sir. It's a penalty to the Lions as the ball is tapped quickly as the Sir explains his call. Good shifty run there by the Lions to break the gain line once more. They're in business here. One more break will be a try for the Lions as the Toreros are finding themselves heels on the try line. Acts of desperation to preserve the lead. Good tackle there by Leroy Tatum.
Looks like Lewis close to being over the ball with the poach, but he does well to get over that.
Sam Carlson.
Lions going backwards.
Seemingly not held. We're going to play on. As Hamid's earning his pay here. He's out there stretching out, I believe, a cramping line.
That ball knock there
is not knocked.
Play on. Ooh, is that
ball grubbered into the Toreros try zone.
That's
However, it is out the back of the try zone, meaning that it will be, I believe, a USD. Painted myself into a corner here, Kevin. I believe it's a USD.
Should be a scrum
from the place of from whence it was kicked.
Correct.
I had it, as indeed there's a Lion in some discomfort there.
Yeah, both teams just putting everything on the line here at Manchester Field. You have guys cramping, you have guys a little banged up. And looks like we're giving USD a line out from where the kick came, which I'm sure the Toreros will prefer given the scrum struggles thus far. Looks like the Claremont Lions player's on his feet. That's their 9. He's been excellent today, so good to see him back on his feet, just shaking off that cramp, get back into the game.
Love to see that. It's a resilient player there. Leroy throws into the line out. It's one up high by Sam Carlson, spun out by Mickey O'Leary, taken into contact by Paul Habib. A nice clearing ruck by Michael Ramos. Ball's collected, shook around. I believe that's Bobo Bonilla.
Yeah, Anthony Bonilla there with a nice little pick off the base of the ruck.
Toreros are struggling to find a quality ball here.
Good drive there. Dustin Braun with a leg drive. Let's see if USD goes for the exit now.
They have a little bit of space. They're centered. The Lions' backs are retreating, anticipating the kick, and indeed here it is. It's a high, deep kick. Collected wonderfully by the fullback.
Got to break down and chop here in space. Missed tackle.
Unfortunate.
Another missed tackle.
More unfortunate. Dished, unfortunately.
Wow. Very lucky break there for USD as we had several missed tackles, but that ball eventually went to turf and Paul Habib in the right place at the right time.
Toreros find themselves right back where they started after a nice counter-attacking run by the fullback, and we'll have another exit kick. I believe it was.
Oh my goodness, that is a
perhaps tipped.
Not ideal, but a good cover tackle there from Finn. It's helter-skelter stuff here on Manchester Field. Mistakes from both teams.
Spun out wide by the Lions to the wing, testing the defense of the Toreros from east to west. Lions gather the ruck for another phase of play. We're coming back towards the near sideline. A broken tackle, a backhanded ditch to the wing. Is this the moment?
Good cover tackle from Finn McCarthy there.
Spun back again. A
good tackle from Dustin
stiff
Braun.
Tackle from Dustin Braun.
Lots of time and space here for the Lions, though, if they can get this ball to the
Toreros are
side.
dishing it around. Excuse me, the Lions are dishing it around, but the Toreros are equal to the task.
Yeah,
looking for a counter-rucking moment.
This is lung-bursting stuff from both teams right now, emptying the tanks.
It appears that the Lions are playing with advantage at this moment as well. Ball spun back to the lock. Good stiff defense from the Toreros continues.
Lots of space here now again for Claremont. See if Finn McCarthy
can he cover?
Makes the tackle. Looks like we might have held up here again.
What do we have? Call from the Sir. I believe it is held up.
If it was a penalty, we might go back. No, we're going to a goal line drop again.
Okay.
Good cover there from Finn McCarthy there on Senior Day. That's his big contribution there, Scott. You love to see that, working over, getting under that ball, and saving 5 points for the Toreros, as it looks like we have a few more subs coming in for USD.
So the Toreros are sure-handed, a couple acts of desperation here, holding up 2 would-be tries in their own zone. As it looks, yes, Kevin, looks like we will have a couple of subs. Looks like that's Joey Shenton and Luca coming in.
And Shenton immediately coming back off the field and then going back on. So it looks like we have Shenton on for Shane Jamison, and it looks like we have Luca De Cariza on for Dan Suhr. So we have a swap in the loose forwards and a swap at 13 for the Toreros.
Lewis delivers the goal line dropper, which bounces here in front of the
big
center.
Toreros bounce. Joey Shenton
looking to make an early
that
impact.
Was close.
Shenton calling for the knock on, however, it is not deemed by the referee.
Clean break by the Claremont Lions to the 10. Looks like spilled forward.
How much time left?
Yeah.
Fortunately knocked around by the Claremont Lions. It will be Toreros put in the scrum.
Yeah, so again, folks, we're seeing about a minute and a half left on the TVS broadcast. We did have a little bit of an extended delay there for the injured player, so referee Ben has the time on his clock, and he is the official scorekeeper here. So the game ends when he says it ends, Scotty.
Right you are, as the Toreros look to scrum successfully in this dangerous part of the field. Not the place to turn the ball over.
See if they can get that ball out of the scrum. Looks like yes.
O'Leary to Lewis, the connection is true. The exit kick is
that's
high.
That's a better kick from Lewis.
Collected by the dangerous fullback, looking to knife again once more back into Toreros territory.
Good carries. Anyone want to make a tackle? Yes.
Torres Capus indeed.
Torres stepping up well, making that tackle.
Ball's dished around. It looks like the Lions are kind of ready to pass this ball all around. No ball into contact, playing kind of 7 style to just try to make something happen here as they're desperate for points.
Yeah, doing well down there, but big overlap on this side.
Right you are. It's a good tackle by Michael Lewis. Defense is held by left.
Good tackle by Sam Carlson. Sam Carlson, 80-minute player every game. He's doing well to keep this going, but a big overlap again on this side. And picked by Nate Left. If he breaks this, he's gone. I think we might have an offside there.
Indeed we do.
USD needs to react now and get back 10 early.
It was a good counter of kind of a change of direction attack by the Lions. It looked like USD's defense was all shading back towards their post, and just like that, bang, right back towards this near side sideline. Caught the Toreros off guard.
And back to full strength now. Felix Morales back on the field for these final few minutes here.
The ball is tapped, brought into contact by the Lions.
That's Felix Morales. It looks like initial contribution as he gets back onto the field.
Out of the bin and into the ruck. Nice little dish inside. Toreros find themselves 5 to 10 meters from their own try line. Trying to keep out the Lions for this last phase of play. The counter ruck is on, however unsuccessful.
He's in.
And the Lions score under the Toreros posts, quieting this home crowd.
Yeah, we'll see how much time is truly left here, Scotty, because Claremont will be able to take the score to 31-14 here, but still a few tries back, so I don't know if they're going to have the time to bring this game back here.
We will see, as it looks like the outcome is determined that the Toreros will be back-to-back league champions here in front of their home crowd at Manchester Field, as we have some eager subs hoping to get in for a couple of minutes of contribution for the Toreros as well.
Michael Lewis taking this ball up. Toreros want to play for this final couple minutes here.
Over the head of the wing.
That's a great kick by Lewis. That's going to put the Claremont Lions deep in their own territory with a lineout that's been struggling a bit today. So this is a good opportunity for USD to possibly get some more points on the board.
Great play by Lewis there to recognize the space in the receiving formation for the Lions and to expose that space before it could be rectified. So we have a quick play here. Looks like the Toreros are playing with some urgency. They're wanting to play the game. Lions throw the ball into the line. I'll win the ball successfully, and looks like, yep, the Lions will be continuing this kind of fast and loose, razzle-dazzle play to try to make something happen. A couple of line breaks. Unfortunately for them, that's a strong tackle.
Braun again. Oh, we have a knock, and Luca might be in.
Just like that, it's a try for the Toreros.
Luca De Cariza in for a try, or maybe not.
What do we have here?
We have a little confusion here.
Crowd's excited.
The body language by the USD Rugby players would indicate that Luca De Cariza is in for probably the easiest try he'll score in his career. Just diving on that loose ball in the try zone, it looked like.
They don't ask how pretty, they ask how many. And indeed, just like that, you know, that the downside of that razzle-dazzle play is if that ball winds up on the turf, just like that, that's how easy a score can be for your opposition. Lewis will look to quickly convert, try to gain some extra playing opportunities for his teammates on this senior day. Lewis measures, fixes his hair, fixes his socks. Approaches, sends it through the posts. For a true conversion, we will have another phase of play here in Manchester
Couple more
Field.
minutes here. We're in the red here, Scotty, on the time here, but we clearly have probably a couple more minutes to play as Luca put that down. So we're now at 38-14 in favor of the Toreros. USD ready to receive. There's some big gaps in this receiving line. Let's see if they can cover it.
This kick might be coming to look just at this 10-meter mark.
Great kick.
Great high arcing kick. Opted not to be received by the Toreros. Bounces into touch.
USD line out here.
It'll be USD's throw, although they may not realize it at the moment. O'Leary, who knows the rules, takes the ball, dishes it to Captain Leroy. For the throw. Toreros opting for a 5-man line out here. Dustin receives.
Ooh,
and a strong hit. Leaves Captain Leroy on the deck. He's a little jarred, perhaps.
Ooh, big hits here from Claremont coming in. They want to finish off hard these last couple minutes. A lot of space here for Nate Leff if Lewis moves it to him.
Lewis is trying to get it to him. Leff's trying to stay inbounds, out of touch. Sir might blow up this dangerous play. No, he's okay. Everything's good.
Good carry
We're
from
playing
Shenton
on
there.
Lewis finds touch.
Hitting the
Hits the top
booth.
of our tent, and your USD Toreros are back-to-back league champions here in Manchester Field.
38-14 in favor of the Toreros. Let's see how they proceed now, as we will have playoff rugby in April for USD.
For Kevin Eaton, I'm Scott Thomas. Thank you again to TVX Sports, El Tigre Choros, for providing a wonderful game day atmosphere. The Toreros will be taking the crown of the league for the second consecutive season. Thank you for tuning in. We look forward to providing you updates and content as we are moving into playoff rugby.